everyone. Thank you for attending to this presentation about Volvo Cars today. As also said, Andreas is not here, so we, the developers of this project, will do the presentation instead. So we will firstly talk about who we are, and then deep dive into Volvo Cars and their journey. And my name is Stefan, and I'm a developer.
My name is Sara, I'm also a developer.
And my name is Michael, and I'm also a developer.
No officers here.
No.
Surprise!
Just people.
Just people.
So yes, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Stretch Evolve, us as a company. So a lot of the values that Hallberg was talking about, like working closely and simplifying the user experiences and everything, rhymes really well with our core values. So we like to, simplify things and make a big difference with the small needs. So I would say, yeah, so we've been like partnership with Neptune since 2018, SAP since 2002. So we have a lot of, knowledge or history with these systems. Yeah. So what we want is to make it easy to do it right for the end user, which also goes, of course, really well with Neptune. We work really close with the stakeholders or the product owners. So we have, that's one of the, main things for us is to listen a lot and to, get very involved with the clients. So we can build meaningful and, improve workflows in the best way possible. Also identifying some of the, pressure points, where we need to improve the most in certain processes. Yeah. Otherwise, just streamlining the user experience so it matches the company values. So we have, we have some examples here from previous projects that we've had, where we've done portals or applications for in-store handheld devices. And so here are there's more information around this on the web page. Like if you want to deep dive more into that, you can look into the details more there. So we don't go too far or too long in explaining all the details around this, because there's a lot of depth there. Yeah.
Right. That was a bit about us. We'll continue with the journey.
Yes, so Stretch Evolve has been working with the Volvo collaboration portal for quite a while now. We took over after Neptune did their implementation, and then as a partner we took over and continued the implementation and development of their apps. So the background to why Volvo wanted to have a Neptune solution and why they needed a Neptune solution was that in the beginning they had a hybrid landscape with 6 or more different systems altogether. You can see some examples here. So different user interfaces and different logins, different systems all together to manage data that was related to each other. So it took a lot for users to be able to know where their data was, where their processes was, which app was where, what was my password for this one again, the common ones. They also had different backend systems, both in SAP, Java, .NET, as well as at least 3 different databases, also with SAP, Oracle, and are now moving into Azure. And while you might not be able to see that much from these tiny pictures, many of the systems were quite outdated. They weren't very modern. Volvo had, for quite a few years ago, tried to modernize themselves as a brand, and so their systems should also match this modernization, which it didn't. And as well from an admin point of view, these processes took a long time because, as I said, for simple things such as giving a person access, you needed to give it access for each system and so on. So it was quite inefficient, but as you were told earlier, Neptune could solve that. So what they did is they decided to have one Neptune portal that could unify the previous systems that they had into one collaboration portal. With the collaboration portal, Volvo could use external APIs from their previous system and backend systems, as well as the databases, to have the same data but also unite the data. So instead of having to search high and low to find where this process was, they could simply bring the process into one application in the portal. And it also gave them the ability to give it a new, more modern graphic interface. And that meant that instead of users needing to have knowledge about where to find things and what password to use and all of those things, they now know where to go. They have one URL which they can enter, they have one access point, and through the access-based Azure system that they have, they already have sorted, like these are my apps, these are the ones I have access to, and the ones I can make a process in, or a new application in, or such. So therefore it's easy, it's already presented to them. Here are all your applications, what do you want to do? Yeah, that was the goal of the collaboration portal, and it's what we're continuously working towards. One portal, one graphic interface, and one access per user.
Yes. And where are we today on this journey? Today we have 5,000 users active in production, but we're aiming at 25,000 when we're done. We have 60 applications in our production, and we have 40 in development. So the goal is to have 100 applications in our production. And with that, we can decommission 4 systems during this year. So this is really big. And now, as promised, a live demo going here from our test environment. So hopefully we don't have any demo ghosts. When you're entering, you have this nice message every day. So now it's half 3, so then it's a good afternoon. You have this news here, so you can see this nice sailing image we have from the beginning. And you have your favorite applications. So when you soon have 100 applications, it's nice to know which ones you like and what you are using every day. And then some facts and access requests. And up here, we have my favorite applications, all around here, and all applications in different groups. So it's easy to know exactly what you're going to look for and what you're going to do. So here. And for a supplier, because this is a supplier portal, they only have to access almost one application, and that is the partner folder. Inside of this, they have all the work they need to do. And here, as you can see, we have this nice profile where the supplier is. So this one, Bulten, is in Gothenburg. Looks close to Volvo. Inside we have also the structure of the company. We have different contacts. Also an embedded Power BI app also here. And so we can also see what kind of orders do I have from myself to Volvo. And just all of these 4 applications I just showed you, this was 4 different systems to log into and to know all the URL and logins. So now we have everything for the supplier inside of this partner folder. And everything from different service, where we have like the template manager to make it very easy for the supplier to do their work. Yes, and to show that was for the supplier and for the admin, we have used this kind of layout for all the applications, which means that all the applications will look the same. This means no more education or training for a new app. They always know where to look for all their work. We have like a generic filtering on the columns. We can customize all the columns what we want to see. And also a generic Excel print, because business loves Excel. That's all one. So it's this, like meaning with how this looks like the same, we can take the UI that we have, maybe we want to create a new application. Just copy this, paste it, just change some names and the data that should be there, and then we're almost done. So it's very simple to use and to develop, because we're on this 1.5 year we're working on this, we're creating like a generic way of working to make it very smooth and simple to use. So pressing 1, we have like here, take this one, it's like a small highlight on the one that we know exactly which one we clicked on. If we go into edit mode, we have this nice highlight, so you can see here, yeah, a little bit bigger, so the user know where to click and where to edit in a very simple way. Always the same design layout on edit.
I can also butt in that this application that you're just looking at now used to be, before this application was developed, this was always done in Excel and emailed back and forth for the users. So this is actually the first digital product they had besides Excel. And I've gotten quite fantastic comments from the users that it's a lot more efficient than using email every single day.
Yeah. Great, and also reading some PDF viewer directly into the app. No downloads, no entering other page or tabs. Everything is inside of this system. Want to talk a bit about the graphic profile?
Yeah, so the graphic profile, or the overall profile, has been influenced a lot by their webpage, where they have a very strong graphic interface, like the very strong customer profile, and the what kind of font that they're using, and different sizes of titles, or any details that they want to load into here. Then we've been able to align with them and then incorporate it into the theme, or sometimes just custom coding or CSS. Like for instance, if you go to the all apps, that was so the requirement here, like at the top, we have a search. So if you search for an app, you can actually just start writing it, and the apps will automatically filter, and you'll only see the results which contain what you've been writing, because they have in the future a lot of, like, potentially there can be a lot of apps here for some users. So then that's just a way of making it much simpler than how do you say, going into menus or sub-menus of groups and everything. Just a clean, simple search. So that was one custom solution that we did, which also aligns with, how do you say, their way of working with the user interface from their webpage.
And all the applications which we have not yet developed in Neptune is now linked to their old system. So even if they're going to do some work in an old system, they still access through this portal to go to the old system. So one place through everything.